Thank you. Raghida Dergham has been covering the Middle East for many years. She's the senior diplomatic correspondent for Al Hayat, and she joins me live from Washington. Raghida, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Martin.
You've seen this horrendous escalation in violence, as just reported by Richard Engel. Do you think Gaddafi can survive?
Well, he's banking on survival because the other option for him is the end of him, and he knows there is no place for a deal any longer. So he's going for, I'll survive or I'll die and take others down with me. The point is that my fear is that sometimes the United States and others in the international community look like they are over-promising the Libyan people and under-delivering. This is a very dangerous thing because this could be quite a protracted conflict. And the issue that must be decided now is, if it is, will the U.S. and the NATO forces go in any way that is from air, not on the ground, to help really on the ground and make a difference? Otherwise, I think that it's time not to overpromise the poor Libyan people who are paying a huge price and being terribly courageous.
To be fair to the president, though, yesterday at his press briefing with the president of Mexico, he actually said it's a part humanitarian, part military response. He wasn't, I think, overpromising.
Well, there has been talk of the no-fly zone. That probably was too soon, because then we heard from the military establishment that it's not terribly welcome. There may be preparations for military strikes. Absolutely not an occupation, absolutely not, but a military strike from afar. And we don't know if this is going to happen. But the point is that the Libyans on the ground are, like Richard Engel just explained to us, under a lot of pressure. This is a slippery slope in Libya, because we have seen the revolution in Tunisia and in Egypt much less brutal, much less bloody, if you will, and easier.
In your column yesterday, I read that you were suggesting these events represent an historic opportunity, to quote you, to radically reform the American-Arab relationship. How is that going to happen?
Well, it will be most important that we stop this sort of advice, pouring of an advice going to the president to say, well, it's time right now to accept the rule of the Islamic regimes. I think the new Arab that emerged from the revolutions in Tunisia and Egypt and other places, this new Arab wants more of a secular constitution. Certainly, yes, to the participation of Islamic parties in any process and any political process, but let's not just hand this over easily to an Islamic regime emerging in the region. I think that will defeat both the new Arab that is emerging and also American interests in the region, and the moderate, which has been the backbone of a good relationship with the United States, and also this will absolutely embolden the defiants such as Iran and its allies in the region. And I don't understand why would that be a good choice, given the fact that it will also lead to the evaporation of the two-state solution. And so I don't see any benefit in just saying, let's just take on the Islamic regimes as welcome. Here it is all for you, while the fact of the matter, the new Arab wants secular constitutions that guarantee their own aspirations. So therefore, it is really important, Martin, that while we are studying the new relationship between the United States and the new Arab, as I'd like to call it, that to pay attention not only to the scholars who are saying, okay, let's have an Islamic regime, but the very people who led these revolutions, the young ones, because they have a completely different agenda and aspirations.
Raghida Dergham defining perfectly the balance in that difficult part of the world at the moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hosting me.